Hello and welcome to the TechRaptor view-along party for the developer_direct from Xbox. This is going to be the first Xbox ZeniMax combined showcase. Um, First overall, not just first of the year. So hopefully this will be pretty exciting to see. According to the news post, we are going to see Redfall, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Elder Scrolls Online today. This is kind of the staples. This would be like showing up to a Ubisoft conference and seeing Just Dance. So we'll get into some of the known quantities. Boy, there's still a lot on Xbox's horizon that we're waiting to hear about, though. Definitely before the blog post came up, when we were first hearing about this, I was really hoping that we would get to see, some of the projects that we haven't heard about for a while, such as Perfect Dark or even Fable. It's kind of been a while since we've heard any rhyme or reason from them. But yeah, it should just be those four ones.
Yeah, I'm very curious about this. I bought an Xbox. I bought an Xbox 360 when I was younger, and I had it for a month, and then I swapped it for a PS3 because it was poor planning. It was poor planning because I think I was like maybe 12 or 13, and my brother, who's 2 years younger than me, we both were like, let's both go get Xbox 360s in the same house. And I was like, okay, that's kind of pointless. So like after a month, I was like, I should have just gotten a PlayStation. I'll play Uncharted. But I did buy an Xbox Series before my PS5 back in 2021 summer, and I really enjoy it. I like Game Pass. I played a bunch of games through Game Pass for the first time. And I want the best out of Xbox because I do think they have potential to make some great games, including some ones that I've already played. And even more so, I think Bethesda can make some great games. So in turn, I think Xbox can now make some great games too because they own Bethesda. So high hopes for Redfall today out of me. Very high hopes.
Yeah, we've just seen so far that cinematic trailer that first came out, and since then we've had trickling bits of details that it's kind of almost sounding like it's going to be a series that is a bit like Left 4 Dead-y, I believe, like that idea of partying together.
Misconception there. There was
is there a misconception?
There is a misconception there because there was a little bit of gameplay at their not E3 show last year, and people were like, "Oh, it looks like Back 4 Blood, Left 4 Dead, but you're fighting vampires." Recently, I'm blanking on the director's name, whoever's in charge of this at Arcane Austin, but they were asked like point blank, like, "Hey, what's up with the type of game it is? Everybody's saying it's Left 4 Dead," and he's like, "So it's actually not Left 4 Dead." But I understand why you would think that. We're actually going for more of like a Far Cry 2 type game with this, but you can play it co-op. So I like a Far Cry. I like turning my brain off playing a Far Cry.
Yeah.
I like vampires.
That sounds very appealing.
I live in
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Sounds even more appealing than it was sounding before to me.
Yeah, for sure. And I understand why people come that way, right? Because you see these massive waves of vampires.
Yeah.
But having that in an open world setting that you can play, and that's the other thing. When it was initially kind of unclear, and it was like, is it just wave based in an open world? That there was my hesitation of solo play versus co-op play, because I do love playing games co-op with my friends, but I do appreciate a solo experience. And if it was gonna be Left 4 Dead style in terms of like the gameplay system you're getting out of it, I would be like, why would I play that solo? But if it is more like Far Cry, then yeah, I'll absolutely play it with myself.
Yeah.
So
what else have we got? God, there's so much on. I pulled up a list of everything that Xbox has coming up, and it's ludicrous. We've got the Avowed, Outer Worlds 2, Hellblade 2, the Indiana Jones game.
You gotta save that for E3.
Yeah, it's just there's a ludicrous amount of content coming up that, yeah, I guess balancing it between E3 and this. We do know that Starfield won't be here. That's probably going to be the game that Xbox really puts forward with for 2023. We'll see if it lands. Their track record has not been exceptional as of late, but we know that we're going to be getting a separate direct for that. So it's still just playing the waiting game.
Yeah. Now, I'm curious because this is a roughly 40-minute showcase, like 45-ish, and they've been very vocal. We got Turn 10 doing Forza. We got Arcane doing Redfall. We got Mojang doing Minecraft Legends. And we got ZeniMax Online doing ESO. That being said, there were rumblings the other day about a rumor that the next game from Tango Gameworks, who did Ghostwire Tokyo and The Evil Within, they're doing like a small fun game as like an in-between for big projects. And I think the report was saying that's like, we've heard that it's going to be announced soon. And I think it was interesting that was like randomly came up on a Monday night 2 days before the big Xbox showcase featuring other ZeniMax studios. So
I think I have also seen, in response to those rumors, some other people at Xbox being like, no, don't set expectations high. We're doing this. We've said what we're doing. We're sticking to it. This is it. I definitely like a small teaser at the end. I could definitely imagine them getting away with and still sticking by their guns to say, like, we're not doing announcements. But
because like you said, Xbox has so many things going on right now. And I think because of Game Pass and what we've heard a lot with studios like Obsidian, they're able to make smaller, weirder games from a AAA studio. And like giving that as like a little one more thing, being like, oh, we get something from Tango, even if it's not like this massive thing. Because if it's small and if it's very niche, then, you know, there's people who probably are going to be like, you're going to lead with this, you know, you get that kind of person. But as a nice little cherry on top, you know, I'm sure they'd love to be like, but there's one more thing. Do I expect it? No, but possibilities.
It would always be nice. A cherry is always lovely on top of a banana split. It's all good.
Are you a Forza guy, Stretch? I know you're a Game Pass guy. Are you a Forza guy?
I got into Forza Horizon a bit with Forza Horizon 2 and 3.
Okay.
I did not have as much of a chance to get into 4. Most of that was I was waiting for my new PC rig to come in, and then it came in, and by then we were already like 12 incredible games later. And it's just so difficult to backtrack. Kind of 2023 has already picked up the games that were already flowing. You know, we have Forspoken and what I just played, Persona 3 this past week. We've got a remake of Dead Space 1 coming out in 2 days, which is ridiculous. It's great to see that back. So no, I would not call myself a huge Forza person. I'm a Forza appreciator.
That's fair. I come from a similar place of like, racing games have never been my thing. I do love Burnout Paradise to death.
You like the arcade racing.
Yes. So when I got the Series S last year, I was like, the most excited thing outside of like Halo was, or in 2021, I mean, was Forza Horizon 5, because I have friends who love Forza Horizon, and it seemed like it was kind of in that open world, sort of not so serious, fun racer, and I loved it. But I mean, if Motorsport's going to be on Game Pass, I'll try it. I'll give it a shot, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. Yeah. Minecraft Legends, that's a fun game.
Yeah.
I actually played a fair bit of that on my phone via Game Pass.
Oh, really?
It's all just sounding like a Game Pass advertisement.
I mean,
one of the first ones that they did the adaptive controls with.
Oh, cool.
That like, the only controls that show up on your touchscreen are ones relevant to what you can be doing in the moment. And it was a really nice way to be playing mobile games without like the semi-transparent joysticks and every single button fighting for space on the screen.
Yeah, I like Minecraft, like standard Minecraft, because kind of grew up with it, but the idea of like a strategy, like RTS type game is very interesting to me, because I like strategy. I never really messed with RTS, but curious to see how they present it today, because I remember there was a bit of gameplay they showed off, but not anything huge. So, but I don't know if it's been in like early access at all.
No, because we had Minecraft Dungeons came out, and then we had the standard Minecraft, and now we're getting, RTS Minecraft.
So, interested in that, but
what happened to the HoloLens? Remember Minecraft for HoloLens?
I do, yeah. Wasn't John Carmack working on that? Didn't he like come out on stage once and he's like just in the HoloLens and then he disappeared for...
Yeah, man, they showed some really cool stuff off those like special giant cameras that they had to wheel out onto the stage that could process the augmented reality.
I'm pretty sure Minecraft got like a Pokemon Go style AR thing. I feel like I remember that.
Like, as you walked around, you got blocks, and then you could place the blocks in your like 3D AR world on your phone.
HoloLens died for that.
Stuff with. Yeah. Oh, HoloLens. There was some really cool stuff about HoloLens. We never heard about it.
No,
I think it went like business to business for a little bit, but
I'm pretty sure the last I heard of it was like people were like, there's like some military contract and like it's being used for like doctors and stuff like that, but
it's gonna end up like that thing where you're like at a museum and there's like some augmented reality exhibit and you catch a glimpse of a Kinect for PC and you just be like, oh, that's where they went. They're still around. They're just not in the game place. I can't walk into my room and scream, Cortana, turn on the Xbox.
Xbox on.
Yep. Tell you what, having a Kinect on an Xbox in a college dorm, fucking sucked.
I bet.
It was
bad. We got about a minute and 10 seconds roughly as of right now on the countdown. We've talked about the 3 games so far. The last one, Elder Scrolls Online. You love D&D, don't you? You love them Dungeons and Dragons. Skyrim's got lots of them.
I'm a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan. I mean, it's one of their staples now. ESO got to show something else, like a new place, new wonderful land. I think that they've just gone back to Skyrim as of like the last expansion or 2 expansions back.
Cool.
So I don't know whether they'll dig deeper or go somewhere new. Maybe they could lead into ESO, Maybe they could lead into Elder Scrolls 6 by kind of giving you a taste of it in the MMO.
I would be furious because I've tried ESO and I can't get into it. It's like, you know how people are like, oh, LaCroix is like, you like think the flavor, you know? That's what ESO is. Like I boot up, it's like I'm remembering Skyrim is when I'm in there. It's like, all right.
It's a generic MMO that was placed next to a copy of Skyrim for about 5 years, and then it came out.
Yeah, left to like assimilate for a little bit.
Okay, we're getting started.
Yeah, I'll boost the stream audio a little bit. So if there's any issues, chat. If you get higher or lower, let us know.
Just a sizzle reel of happy working environments.
Bethesda loved doing those. Do you remember their E3s?
Yeah.
That was always the opener.
You'd spend a lot of time in their offices.
Yeah. Which I didn't mind. I liked the vibe of their shows when they did them. It was different. It felt like late night.
Those were the ones that Andrew WK showed up to? Or was that...
He did one of them, yeah. Towards the tail end,
yeah,
they were a little shaky, but the first few I thought were great. Had that one with like Wolfenstein and Evil Within 2. Those are great trailers.
Oh, immediately they have retconned what they are up to. Oh, dude, you called it. You absolutely nailed it.
So I won't say what it is, but it is the concept of it
Hello,
speaks to
I'm
me.
Executive
From what I've
producer of
heard.
Minecraft Legends. And today we'd like to give you an insider's look at how we're building the
God,
PvP
don't you hate that
multiplayer
with poor
experience for the game.
workplace when you've got creepers in
Minecraft
the office?
Legends
Oh,
is a
yeah.
new
Can't stand 'em.
strategy game set in a lush, dynamic world.
I'm walking
It
around, all of a
introduces
sudden you
epic
just hear 'em in your ear like,
storytelling, and you can form alliances with new and familiar Minecraft mobs to stop the invading piglins.
Minecraft Legends will let you play the story-driven campaign as an online co-op experience together with your friends. And it will also feature a PvP gameplay mode where 2 teams with up to 4
PvP.
players each works to destroy the opponent's team space. The game will support cross-platform play and online matchmaking.
In order to create the best possible experience, we
adorable.
partnered with Blackbird Interactive to develop the game. And it's been wonderful to see their commitment and focus on the Minecraft universe.
It's so much fun to be working with Mojang Studios on Minecraft Legends.
Here at Blackbird Interactive, we have a talented
Do you
team of
think we'll see
developers who are
any,
using our background in strategy games
any
to
shadow
bring a new
drops,
and exciting
like,
experience
available
to the
today?
Minecraft universe.
We're super
That's a
excited
good
to share more
point.
details about
Today.
PvP gameplay.
because all of these, with the exception of, I guess, ESO and the Tango game,
There's some really cool
were
features that
at the
make
E3 where they're like, everything's out in the next 12
Players
months.
share their
So that's
army
by
and
June.
resources with their team.
And if
This means that
Redfall is
individual
rumored to be,
players
what,
aren't able
May,
to win
I
on their
think?
own. They must cooperate
so,
to be
yeah.
successful.
Communication is
Then,
really important. And
yeah,
you
drop
sort of
Minecraft
really tell
today.
the teams that gel together,
That
'cause
could be
they
cool.
naturally form roles at the beginning of the game, and as soon as
Forza
we
in
start,
March.
you're off collecting, I start building. We have our favorite roles, but we change them up.
Also, the world in PvP is procedurally generated, just like it is in campaign. This means that each PvP session is different than the last.
That it's different every time you play, depending on how the map is generated, where the valleys are, the mountains are, where the secrets
That's pretty
are,
cool.
you know,
Procedural maps.
where the towers are.
Though that's not exactly new to the
In Minecraft
RTS.
Legends, the piglins are ever present.
Yeah, you could have
This
fooled me.
includes PvP.
The piglins are on their own side. They're trying to kill both of you at the same time.
So the opposing team is not the only thing you need to worry about.
Beware of the piglins.
PvPvE.
In PvP, there's something for everyone. For players who like action, they can go attack the piglins or lay siege to the enemy base. For players who enjoy exploration, they can search the world to find
The
resources
kind
for their
of the
team.
kind of delightful
hidden
cringe
treasure
that you
chests,
can
or
only
scout the
get
enemy
when
base.
developers are gushing about their own games.
Gathering
I love it.
resources to help the team out, that's super important. But whenever I get into a PvP match, the first thing I try to do is to track down the Regal Tiger. It's my favorite mob to ride because it's really fast, but it's also really cute.
For players who like building, you can spend your time building defenses and upgrading your base, because soon enough your enemy will attack, and you need to be ready.
So the first thing I do when we start is everyone runs off.
Hello, yes, I
open
would
the
like a
map, see
Regal
where the enemy
Tiger
base
plush
is.
delivered to my
First
house
thing I build
right
is
now.
what we call an upgrade tower, where it allows you to build
cute looking
upgrades. So I place
Minecraft
that at
thing.
the back, away from the enemy. So I really pride myself in making, you know, impenetrable bases.
Since the goal of PvP is to destroy the opposing team's base, defending your own base is really important. You have to start with a lot of walls, a lot of towers, and some gates. After that, you can just add whatever you want, freestyle it a bit. I like to add different layers of walls, so my opponents have to find their way through to my base, almost like a maze.
And then once those walls are up, I like to actually hide my ice traps behind them to catch enemies off guard.
Jesus.
When it comes time to finally take out the other team, my favorite strategy is to make a forward camp just outside the enemy base.
So I have
Then
zero
get the
experience
biggest,
with
strongest
RTS,
mobs I can as
and I was
fast as
thinking,
can and start sending
maybe
them.
Minecraft can be my introduction, but this looks
Then I can
complex.
smash down the walls, take out their mobs, and claim
I mean,
my
this is
base.
also the PvP, so
Real
Fair
fun
enough.
of PvP
just
is
matchmake
creating
online
a
with like
strategy,
some
having
small
a
children,
game plan,
and you'll be fine.
deciding how you think
Good
you're
point.
going to crush the enemy, and then all of a sudden the hosts tell you,
The opposing team just built a redstone launcher.
and you're like, I can't do my attack now. I've got to like build an anti-siege tower, which is an anti-air tower, to stop the redstone launchers. You just have to be constantly changing your tactics. And sometimes you like have no idea what they're doing, and then you certainly find out very quickly.
Yes, Minecraft. They're anti-air towers.
A while back, we had somebody on our dev team use a strategy where they built a bunch of what are called plank golems. which are archers. So they're very weak, but they do a high amount
It clearly
of
looks like
damage.
it's
And he
very
had
well
40
along.
of them, and he just
Like,
ran through
I
our
would
base,
not be
ran
surprised
around our
if this would
tower,
be a shadow
and took
drop.
out our entire tower with such a simple strategy.
And that's why we still love playing it every day, because every game is different and you never know what's going to happen.
It does seem cool.
Extra cell shading and just like the little like chibification that they have done on the characters as well just really helps like scale the game down.
For sure.
Feel as chaotic. April 18th.
Nice.
So that's 3 months.
Turn 10. So if Minecraft is April.
Oh, are they doing these in order? Does that mean that ESO might be like next month?
And welcome to Turn 10 Studios. The team is hard at work bringing you the next generation of Forza Motorsport, built from the ground up to take advantage of the Xbox Series consoles. This is the most
They've listed
technically
the driving
advanced
styles
racing
from the
game
games.
ever made. Today, I'm joined by some of our amazing team members to show you how we are making it look real, sound real, and feel real. This is Forza Motorsport.
Isn't that Vin Diesel's car from the first
Launch.
from the first Fast and Furious?
It just might be.
Collect, race, and customize with more than 800 unique upgrades. This includes over 100 new to motorsport cars, and the most modern race cars we've ever featured on our roster. Racing is violent. It's a battle on the
It's a
racetrack.
ludicrous number of
The advancements in our physics model are greater than Forza Motorsport 5, 6, and 7 combined. This makes our driving experience more fun and rewarding in the way the car accelerates, corners, and brakes. Our materials and shaders are built from the ground up at higher resolutions and optimized for a cutting-edge ray tracing experience. Our paints are sourced using
God,
a
it's
special
just
photometer
graphics
to
porn.
capture multiple data
Yeah.
points of
Shit
light
looks
behavior
so
on the
fucking
surface.
good.
This yields a paint model.
I know it won't
that
look
has a much
as
more
great as it could on my
realistic light
Series
response
S, but I
across
did buy a new
color,
monitor
metal
like a
flake,
few months
and
ago,
gloss.
so
Damage and dirt buildup is unique to each
You could
car.
you could
It's
just
now
stream it
contextually
from the
aware and
cloud.
more local.
I
and
could.
probably
We simulate paint thickness, chipping, and
good point.
directionality. Dirt accumulation
Which is a weird thing to
is
say.
more realistic, gathering more in the low pressure areas like recesses and alcoves. These innovations tell the story of the work you put into a race and reflects the marks and battle scars of motorsport.
This is our best sounding Forza Motorsport ever, and the first to be mixed natively for immersive audio formats like Windows Sonic and Dolby Atmos. To create an immersive soundscape, each audio system has been rebuilt from the ground up to deliver a new level of sonic depth and authenticity for our players. Modifying car parts like your exhaust and turbo change the car sounds in Forza Motorsport, just like it would in the real world. Every car now has a variety of sound possibilities based on the parts you've installed. Hardware-accelerated convolution reverb accurately reproduces how sounds in Forza interact within an acoustic space, dynamically adapting to its surroundings and creating a realistic and detailed soundscape. New features like our regional track announcer
It's gonna be
system
one of those
and
things
improved
that you'll
tire
only be able to
suspension
tell
audio
once you
bring a new
download
level
like
of
the 2
realistic
gigabyte version of this trailer.
Forza Motorsport
Yep.
like never before. Every tire squeal, every engine, lap after lap.
it does feel like something you can't just hop into though. Like I feel like I need to own a wheel to play this game and like appreciate it, you know.
For this generation.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely. I think for the last Forza Horizon run, Win and bought himself a wheel to like get into it.
Nice. Did it stick?
We capture our environments to an incredible level of detail.
Nice.
When we reference a track, our team comes back with over 3 terabytes of highly detailed photogrammetry and laser scan data. Through the power of the Xbox Series consoles, we're able to use this data to draw up to 10 times more detail than previous generations.
Wow.
You'll see lush trees,
That is nuts.
dense grass and overgrowth vegetation, animated track life, physically based lighting and volumetric fog effects, and a fully procedural cloud system that evolves organically. Tracks look alive, sound alive, and feel alive with cutting-edge visuals and crowds consisting of tens of thousands of fully animated 3D spectators, so you're always immersed in the pure spectacle of racing. For the first time in Forza Motorsport, fully dynamic time of day with weather ensures a constantly evolving racing experience where no 2 laps ever look the same. Meanwhile, dynamic track temperatures, wet driving surfaces, and rubbering in ensure that no 2 laps ever play the same. I love the detail our talented team of artists have built into Kailami. Fast forward to night, and the vista is truly breathtaking. You can see the distant light glows of the city, a beautiful visual touch. Even the Kailami logo itself creates visual impact every time you see it.
How much
thanks
just
to ray
this
traced
entire
global
world
illumination,
is like
which simulates how
living,
hundreds of thousands
breathing,
of light rays
everything.
accumulate color as they bounce between surfaces.
I mean, that's why people were so excited. I know it's a separate studio, but like Horizon has a lot of that too, so I know people were very excited for Fable because of that.
On all smooth mirror
Yeah,
and flat
that's
glass
true. I
surfaces.
didn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
With the incredible detail and rendering features of our
Playground?
track environments, Forza Motorsport is truly a generational leap ahead with unmatched visual fidelity and authenticity.
It's pretty wild also how they just kind of like scooped up the prestige racer from
and it's
Gran
our
Turismo.
most comprehensive game ever, with over 500 cars.
Yeah,
and 20
I think that
environments,
there's
with
definitely
more
going to
new
be
race
some
cars than ever
differences with the fact that this latest
You can
GT
experience
was
all of this
made
in
for
our
cross-gen.
incredible new online racing
Whereas
mode
this one, they're
and
like,
in our
no,
all-new
it's
car
only series
building-focused
consoles.
single-player career.
But yeah, no, that's
We
always
cannot
just
wait
been
for you to get your
been a
hands
big
on
fight
this
between
incredible game.
the two companies.
We got
But
a
yeah,
date.
getting into that PC space and the PC and Game Pass space, it just opens up how many people can get into it. So just 2023.
Oh, here we go. Let's go. Okay, yep. Yep.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it's pretty standard.
You see this? This is speaking to me.
Music player in my chest. It's powering up my new robot arm.
That VO sounds familiar.
I think it's Yuri Lowenthal, maybe.
The beat.
Good old Spidey.
Let's rock. This is awesome.
Yes, this looks so good.
This looks so cool.
The name's Chai.
Is it like just a arena thing, or is it open world?
So I heard it was compared to Jet Set Radio, but with like combat.
Just so you know, they're insane.
Rhythm ARPG, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least, if it's not properly rhythm, it's bombastic.
Yeah. This looks sweet.
This looks like it's trying to be the spiritual successor to
Rockstar.
oh, fuck, what was that game?
Rockstar.
It was the Xbox exclusive.
Studio head at the time.
Sunset Overdrive.
Insomniac.
Thank you for all your support over the years.
And I'm John Johannes, director on Hi-Fi Rush.
Chill out. It'll be fine. Our core.
まあね、このゲームを僕が作ってたら、もう全然違うゲームになったと思う。
Living legend
だ
Shinji
けどこういう
Mikami.
ゲームがね、生まれて本当に良かったね。
So everyone thinks of us as putting
I wanted
out
to keep
horror
putting
games
horror
like
in it.
Evil Within or
You kept
spooky
telling me,
games like
no,
Ghostwire Tokyo.
colors.
But this is clearly something totally different. And if this game hasn't already leaked, fingers crossed,
that's a
we
bummer.
hope it's a pleasant surprise.
Let's have some fun.
まあ僕はね本当に新しいものができて未だにワクワクしてるよ。
They knew.
でもチームもみんなそう思ってますよ。
It looks so good. Give me
So
a
we've
date.
been waiting for this for a long time. So let's jump in and explain exactly what Hi-Fi Rush is.
Oh, we get more. Okay, let's go.
Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm action game, so it's a bit of a twist on your traditional action game. Here, your moves and attacks help create a living soundtrack. That means all your flashy moves, stylish and devastating combos add a layer to the music. The more you flow with the beat, the better you can connect your attacks and abilities. You are in total control during combat, but everything you do syncs up like an awesome music video. That's Hi-Fi Rush.
This is awesome.
You play as Chai,
This
a
looks
wannabe rock
so
star,
much fun.
victim of a weird corporate experiment that lets him sense the rhythm of the entire world pulsing to the game's soundtrack.
Got some platforming. Oh, and it moves with the rhythm too. That's
Beat
sick.
moves the world around you, and it's the key to combat.
You looking for me?
Your attacks will automatically sync to land on the beat, making Hi-Fi Rush a super easy game to start playing. However, attacking on the beat leads to combos that end with a musical countdown we call a beat hit. Make a big cymbal crash at the end of a drum solo,
Okay.
like this. Landing beat hits unleash a combo finish that adds unique musical flair and high damage attacks.
And the crowd goes wild.
So it helps you along with it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, anyone see the guy that did this?
How about we see it all in action?
Bring it on.
This is
You're
fun
never
to
restrained
look
by the
at.
music.
I don't
know.
want to say
Jump,
anything.
dodge,
It's just
parry, and attack
music's
whenever you
good,
want, using whatever
action's
attacks you want.
good.
It's not
Watching
about
the
mashing
whole
buttons.
world
The key
move
here is
in
feeling
sync
the beat.
is so cool.
It's gonna be so satisfying. The stream compression, I feel like, is not doing it justice at all.
Definitely not. Like I'm viewing it
Progress
through
isn't blocked by missing the beat,
DLC
but you get
player
rewarded
at
musically
source,
and
and it is
mechanically for staying in rhythm.
chugging.
Yeah.
And that's with my 550 down.
When we say everything moves to the beat, we mean it. Enemy attacks, cutscenes, dangerous obstacles, you name it. It all syncs to the music, creating an ongoing jam
Enemies
session of the
move
game.
to the beat too. Hell yes.
To help out is 808, your robot cat companion.
'Cause, like, I played,
who over your shoulder and helps you find that rhythm.
Hellsinger, and that was really cool how it
Also
implemented
have
stuff,
visual
but this
guides
is way more
that
my
lead you
style.
more.
Yeah.
We want you to be able to enjoy Hi-Fi Rush,
Definitely.
whether
And
you're Rhythm
also, like,
Pro
it
or
seems
not.
like you won't get punished as bad. That's good. Some extra accessibility.
Yeah.
Chai also gets by with
Having a
little help from
counter
his
on
friends.
screen is really good too.
Literally.
Yeah.
Get up, slacker. We've got work to do.
Chai will team up with
There's a
unlikely
lady
allies
robot.
to expand his repertoire of moves both in and out of combat.
Are they
There's
about to
Peppermint breaking barriers
announce
and
co-op?
juggling enemies, along with Macaron smashing
That would
enemy
be
armor
nuts.
and knocking back enemies. Tag teaming with Chai's partners and attacks opens up huge possibilities for dynamic combos and over-the-top action.
I'm gonna tell my kids that this is Final Fantasy VII.
The extra help is handy, because when you're not fighting, you're going to be
Oh, we
running
gotta
around
dash.
and wreaking havoc all over Vandelay's corporate headquarters, where everything is trying to take you down. You and your partners have a singular goal in
Puzzle
mind,
platforming too.
taking down the bosses of Vandelay Technologies. Besides
Taking down
wanting
a
to erase Chai
corporation?
for being a defect, it seems they've got something a little bit more
They
sinister
can't say
going
anything
on.
better, Stretch. They really can't.
You'll fight through each department to take them all on. Each level with their own musical spin on the rock genre. And then, we have a showdown.
Yeah, what's a boss fight look like?
So let's get ready to crumble. Boss battles are climactic set pieces, varying from straight-up
Each
fights
boss
and
is a
musical
different
minigames
genre.
to chase
God,
sequences.
this is all. I get what you mean with this is speaking to you. This looks amazing.
Looks so good. Please be soon.
Hi-Fi Rush is like nothing we've made at Tango before.
Oh man.
And we think
Those
it's like nothing
bands,
you've
too.
ever played before either.
Yeah.
It's a high-energy, feel-good rhythm action experience that's amazingly satisfying to play.
Whew. Pretty rock star move, Chai.
もしね、ハイファイラッシュでお客さんから怖いって言われたら、俺もう死んじゃうかも。まあ他にもびっくりさせることあると思うんだけど、
I
例え
think
ば
you're ahead
猫
of
とか撫でる
you're
ですね
ahead in the stream
Yeah,
for
so
me,
am
so I'm
I.
just
Okay.
like bracing for your reaction of when the release date
で
is.
ももう一つのサプライズはありますよ。
The
まあこれ
other
はジョンのゲームだ
surprise.
からジョンからどうぞ。
Shout drop it.
So, not only were we super psyched for you to play this, we're happy to tell you that you can play Hi-Fi Rush tonight. Not a demo, the full game. Seriously. It launches
Holy
on
shit.
Xbox and PC a few hours after the show, and yes, it'll be on Game Pass as well.
Amazing.
Let's go. Goaty contender already in January. Oh my god.
2 hours after the show. Hell
Oh,
yes.
I'm clearing out all of my plans tonight.
You looking for me? Get him!
Xbox won the year. Shadow drop in a game. Oh, nothing better.
I have to fight.
I believe it does, sir. How about...
This is entertaining. You're going out with the trash. Here's your Project Armstrong pass.
Man, I just like
And welcome
I
to
now
Best
know
Life
what my
Campus.
evening plans are.
I know, isn't that
How
so
easy is
nice?
that?
Everything else is gravy. Alright, yeah, cool down. Cool down with some ESO.
Welcome to Hunt Valley, Maryland, and the headquarters of ZeniMax Online Studios. You just saw a cinematic teaser for the Elder Scrolls Online's next chapter. I'm pleased to reveal ESO Necrom, which will launch in June and is shaping up to be one of the best updates to the game ever. If you watched the teaser closely, you saw that Necrom will include one of the most requested features in ESO, a new playable class called the Arcanist. It's only our third new class since launch, and we know you're going to love it. The Arcanist wields magic influenced by forbidden knowledge and has unique abilities never before seen in this world. Of course, the experience of exploring a new area of Tamriel is the heart of every ESO chapter. Necrom will unfold in Eastern Morrowind, not seen in an Elder Scrolls game since 1994, where you will meet new characters and enemies, reunite with some old friends, and explore a story based around the return of a well-known Daedric prince you just might remember from the Dragonborn Skyrim DLC. For those of you new to ESO, we release a new expansion called a chapter every year. Chapters are essentially standalone games in ESO that let you
Gross,
adventure in
I
a
hate
new
it.
region of Tamriel. But you don't have to wait for the Necrom chapter to jump in. We've got so many amazing experiences you can enjoy right now. If you love games like Skyrim and Oblivion, you'll feel right at home amongst the thousands of stories unfolding across every region in ESO. And as anyone who's played a classic Elder Scrolls game knows, it's all about those feelings
There you
when
go,
you're fully
Chris. You'll
immersed in the
feel
world.
right at home.
Yeah.
Play it. Do it.
Remember that
Yeah.
feeling when you first encountered a dragon?
Oh,
You've got
boy,
an
do I.
entire province that's overrun by dragons. Or questioned if you were capable of taking down a frost troll in Skyrim? Try it for yourself in ESO. What about the moment you visited a city in Morrowind that was built inside the shell of a giant crab? For the Oblivion fans out there, how about another chance at taking on the colossal Daedric Prince, Mehrunes Dagon? Just like any single-player Elder Scrolls game, you can have a blast simply by following the main quest line. Or seek out lore and learn more about the world. Become a craftsman. Go fishing. Decorate and furnish your home. Customize your character. Play it like an action RPG.
Does anyone have any spare daggers?
Easily engage in
Spare
one of the
daggers,
best
maybe?
open
I'm
world
running
crafting
short.
maxed out.
Run dungeons co-op with your friends for great loot. Or just
is there
join
a
a guild
mech
to chat
dragon?
with others. The possibilities in this virtual world are endless. New players will immediately feel right at home because our community is one of the most, if not the most, welcoming on the planet. We invite everyone who has not yet experienced ESO to give it a try and create your own stories in our shared world. There's no required subscription and thousands of hours of content to dig into, solo or with friends. Explore nearly every corner of Tamriel with no level restrictions. It's magical being able to travel almost anywhere you please from the moment you enter the world. ESO is available on PC and Mac in addition to previous and current-gen consoles, including a purpose-built next-gen version for the Xbox Series X and S with high-fidelity graphics and enhanced performance modes. An added bonus for Xbox players, it's on Game Pass. And starting today, for a limited time, we're making all past chapters available to explore for any player, so everyone can test drive all of our adventures, including our take on Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, and much, much more. At ZOS, we have so many passionate and talented developers who continue to add to Elder Scrolls lore by producing handcrafted, epic adventures, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of it. Believe me,
I did try
we
it
have tons more to share
around like November,
and I can't
think.
wait for the
with
team
some
to
friends.
show it all to you. Join us after this show for the 2023 ESO Global Reveal, where we'll go deep into all things Necrom. Thanks. See you in Tamriel.
Alrighty.
Something evil is swallowing up this place bit by bit.
Here comes Redfall. Let's see how not
Nobody ever
not
believes things
dead
can get this bad
Dead by Daylight.
until it
No, not Dead by
Left 4
Daylight.
Dead.
Then
Yeah.
it's too late.
So many X by X or whatever games.
There are people who can fight back.
Stick together! Eyes up!
Welcome to Redfall, Massachusetts, where the
Fake
calm
place.
seas and sunny skies have been eclipsed by a legion of vampires. Redfall is a story-driven
Yeah, how did they
shooter
put
at
any
its
footage
heart,
out like
which
that
can
and
be
not
played
expect people to
single-player
think
or
that it was a
co-op
Left
with
4
up to
Dead-esque
4
game?
players. Choose your hero, each with their own unique abilities, and form the perfect vampire-slaying squad to take back Redfall's haunted streets.
At Arcane, we make games where the world itself is as important as the characters. With Redfall, we take an exciting step forward, building a lovingly detailed open world to deliver our largest setting ever. Every inch of our open world is carefully handcrafted and packed with environmental storytelling. Explore the streets of a quaint island town, from the once bustling downtown to the haunted forest, to the decimated seaside boardwalk and gorgeously detailed landmarks. But it's not all danger all the time. There are safe places on the island
Who
where
the
you
hell
can
has a
rest up,
haunted
chat with
forest
survivors,
nowadays
and resupply.
in this day and age?
Here we're at the fire station, one of your home bases. This is one
Ghostbusters
place you'll
mode.
receive missions from survivors.
There's something I need you to do. The old lighthouse in the bay. It's been used for over a century to keep boats away from the coastline.
Maybe
if you
it's
turn it back
closer
on,
to,
it's a warning to anyone trying to come to Redfall right now.
What's that zombie
Easy,
game
right?
that they did?
Well, the lighthouse
that
keeper's a
Microsoft
real
did.
asshole. Joined up with those
State of
kids and
Decay.
took the damn lamp with him.
Yeah, maybe it's closer to that, but like a first-person shooter.
Here's a vampire known as the Shroud. Shrouds blanket the area in darkness, disorienting their prey. They hurl lethal projectiles and can even shift through the floor to avoid damage.
I do like the shotgun that shoots wooden stakes. That's fun.
Ooh, some spooky scare elements. What do you think about graffiti in video games?
I think it's dumb.
Why would you not go downstairs? What are you doing?
Bugging out.
That's some classic Arcane.
I've yet to play an Arcane game. I almost got Prey, but it came out at a bad time when I was in school. Like finals and stuff happened. So.
Taking down vampires.
Well, it's on Game
angers
Pass.
The vampire
It is.
who will summon the Rook to take you down.
But the type of game they make feels like something I'd really love.
Yeah.
Let's transition to what you'll find outside of the main story missions. There's so much waiting for you. Redfall is filled with encounters that can pop up anywhere, like this brewery that's fallen under cultist control. Save the locals from being offered to the vampires. Like our past games, you can approach a mission in many different ways. Always be ready to improvise.
Nice.
Remy uses her combat
That's good to
robot
hear.
Reborn to help
I'm sure that many
distract
people
and
were
eliminate
hoping
the
to continue
cultists.
to retain like that stealth element.
We got him, Bribon.
Yeah, like
That
if this is
robot
just
great.
clear out a island town with vampires and you can stealth it, that's yeah. At least an 8.
And hell, if you can stealth this with 3 people,
yeah,
like that sounds like it could be some fun.
Oh, 100%. I played Ghost Recon Wildlands a lot in college with some friends, and that was always fun, like stealthing that, planning things out.
Looks like some interesting enemy variants.
Everyone's safe. Let's move on.
Exploding enemies, running enemies.
Exploring Redfall will take you beyond the bounds of reality as you investigate otherworldly psychic spaces to unravel the vampire's secrets. Take this vampire nest. These deadly layers change each time you step inside. Jacob sends out his raven to tag the enemies below. Dev follows up with his teleporter, instantly closing the gap.
Oh, cool.
It was a bad time to reload.
To destroy a nest, you have to take out
I think
its
you're
heart,
fine.
and all of the vampires willing to die to protect it.
No, I mean reloading the gun.
Oh, I think
Teleporting
it's
in and
stream.
taking like
I was like,
3
they're just
shots
walking.
and needing to reload. Nah.
But a lot of these guns, I do like how they're like modded to vampire lore, kind of. Like, there's probably gonna be like a garlic grenade launcher or something stupid like that, you know, like fun.
Now escape the nest before it comes crashing down.
It'll collapse any second.
Nests aren't the only psychic spaces. You'll find dangerous pockets all
Get
over
some
the
random
island.
loots, work on getting your
It's all
exotics.
vampire turf, so tread carefully.
Go into the high-level vampire nests.
Raid drops a month after the game.
Yep.
Redfall won't truly be safe until the vampires are wiped from the map. Outside the main story, another one of your missions is to take back Redfall neighborhood by neighborhood.
Yes.
Find safe houses hidden all over the island, and then work your way up to the vampire controlling the neighborhood.
That's straight up Far
To
Cry.
reclaim this neighborhood, you'll have to
Yeah.
defeat a powerful vampire called the Siphon. Whether you dive in
Weaken the
solo or
region and
with
kill the
friends,
boss, yeah.
Each hero can take on any situation. Each brings powerful, unique abilities to the fight, and the upgrades you choose change how they play. Here, Layla's lift ability can be upgraded to launch teammates for airborne attacks. Upgrade Layla's umbrella ability with bullet hail to absorb enemy bullets and release the energy back at them.
Big old skill tree.
There are many ways to customize your hero's ability tree to match your playstyle.
Nighty night. Let's get some light on the subject.
Let's hit on the arsenal. There's a wide range of weaponry, from military gear to new vampire slaying inventions. From shotguns to sniper rifles.
Well, well.
Come on, Keyblade.
And of course, there's also vampire stakes. Find these in the world
Ever
to
since
customize
seeing the
your
Keyblade
weapons.
in the Saints Row trailer, I've just been like, yes, it can show up in any game. Ooh.
When you reclaim significant
Okay,
sections of
collectible
Redfall,
vampire
the
stakes.
last step is to face the
Rut, you
underboss
listening?
who controls, or used to control, that neighborhood. Underbosses are powerful elites of the vampire gods, with their own unique abilities, like this one's shield. When you prove yourself against the underboss, you'll receive a key of sorts. A skull that gets you one step closer to
They have
facing
powerful
the ultimate
abilities.
threat, the
Here's us
vampire
killing one.
gods.
Vampire gods.
Thank you for visiting Redfall.
And thank you for
that's some
all the
Diablo-looking
support
shit.
you've shown Arcane throughout the years.
We sometimes joke that our games can be tough to define. The one thing that's consistent?
We make the kinds of games we love to play.
And that's how Redfall was born. We blended everything we love here at Arcane Austin.
Immersive open worlds, unique and customizable heroes, RPG and FPS gameplay.
And of course, our signature storytelling and rich world building.
Along with our spin on one of the most classic monsters of all time.
Vampires.
It's been amazing to see how all of us have pulled together to deliver our vision for something new.
Redfall is the biggest, most ambitious game we have ever made.
Our teams dove headfirst into this new opportunity, and we can't wait for you to experience Redfall for yourself.
When's it coming out?
Thankfully, you won't have to wait too much longer. Redfall's
Today.
coming on May 2nd.
Thank you again for joining us.
And we'll see you
Nice.
soon in Redfall.
Here we go.
That was the leaked date, I believe.
I think so.
Steam and Epic Store. People will be happy.
Oh. They got me for a second.
Hoping for something more.
I know, I saw that file, I was like, oh! What other secret?
so much fun to be working with Mojang Studios on Minecraft Legends.
Blooper reel.
This is our best sounding Forza Motorsport ever.
Yeah, that was all right.
But yeah, Redfall, basically, it seems like
And see you in Tamriel.
Borderlands characters with a Far Cry world, and that sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Nice. They gotta stop
Excellent.
playing little sounds when they're wrapping up. Oh. Oh.
The twitchy.
They gotta stop with this. They gotta stop with the it's over.
Well, it's just gonna be up next to doing the ESO stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. We got through it.
Well, no,
We got through it
because
together.
I thought they could have been like up next, the next developer direct coming in March. You know, like stay tuned for Starfield, that kind of thing. But I thought that was good.
Yeah, I reckon that was a good show. It was definitely, you know, I guess the hottest thing was, of course, I've immediately forgotten the name.
Hi-Fi Rush. What a name.
Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah. The big thing is Hi-Fi Rush. That was definitely out of nowhere. And yeah, if Game Pass is allowing these big developers to put out stuff like Hi-Fi Rush or Pentiment, like as little side or in between small projects, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely keeps with their need to have like more happening, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah. And just on top of that too, like it's very refreshing because I feel like that was something I liked about the PS3 era, where it was like there was always, it felt like there was something weird and fresh because they kind of could do that, you know. Don't think Little Big Planet couldn't have happened without the PS3 being like, yeah, there's kind of no stakes, just do whatever you want.
Be weird, have fun.
Yeah, and I feel like the past generation on both fronts, PlayStation and Xbox, first parties have gotten so far away from that because they have to be away from that and they have to be huge.
Yep.
But if we can get back to stuff like that through, like you said, Game Pass with Pentiment and now Hi-Fi Rush, like that's awesome. And I hope we see that a lot more because, like you said, it gets releases at a good cadence again. And it lets these teams make things that are just cool that they wouldn't be able to otherwise. So
yeah, that's such a great idea. You know, knowing that Xbox can have the confidence to say, yeah, like we're not aiming to hit some sales metric because what they are selling with a game like Hi-Fi Rush, what they're selling is not Hi-Fi Rush, they're selling Game Pass.
Yeah.
And if they get, you know, a couple hundred more people checking it out today, they're going to see that as an absolute success. And then hopefully word of mouth gets around. If the game's fun, we don't even know if the game's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see. But no, it's really good. And I really have been enjoying seeing all of like the developer responses to Game Pass and what that will provide to be like, there's more, there's more freedom. We don't have to like stay stuck in what we're doing.
Yeah. And I think format-wise, this is a very promising structure for the future. Like, if this is their Nintendo Direct, I mean, like, in terms of announcements at State of Plays, there have been some more exciting State of Plays compared to what we saw today. But I do think format-wise, like, they have a really good structure here where it's like, there's really no fat, and I think State of Plays have a lot of fat that they could trim. And this is dedicated time. you get a good balance of gameplay and also developers talking. And I know some people would prefer no talking heads, but I do think this was a really good balance. And I'm excited to see them do this again in the future. Like maybe, I know they said Starfield's going to get a direct, like
its own
thing. Dedicated thing. But like when we get a developer direct some other time for like, here's what's going on with Double Fine and Ninja Theory and
they've got so many studios now, it would make sense.
I like this a lot. So,
and this also hit range. It didn't quite hit for highs, but like, you know, I personally am not as interested in the Forza Motorsport or the ESO or the Minecraft Legends. But for the people who are into racing, who are into MMOs, you know, there was something there for everyone, I feel.
Definitely.
So, like, if you found like your hype point, awesome. You know, but share it out. You don't get 10 hype points and someone who's into racing gets nothing.
Yeah. And as far as I think Xbox kicking off their year, a shadow drop, no matter what, is always exciting. For both of us, it seems that Hi-Fi Rush is like, besides the fact that it's a cool shadow drop from Tango, who is made up of some like incredible developers, some legendary ones even. That's super exciting. The game looks rad, but starting out the year with that is, I think, solid. And Redfall, which was the big game for this was the one that is that sort of mass appeal, open world. Out of everything they showed here, probably it's gonna have the widest audience to pull from. How do you feel Redfall showed here?
I think Redfall showed well. I think that they definitely did themselves some favors, not just showing the arcadey combat, but some of like their roots, like back into like what an arcane game is for a lot of people. And I think like taking the time to explain, like, it's about the story, it's about taking back the city, it's about fighting vampire gods. I think that was a much better showcase of what it was, so that a whole bunch of people didn't walk away going, it's like, I guess it's vampires. I'm more excited to check it out with that showcase.
Yeah. I am always hungry for a good co-op game, and it's typically something that is in this vibe. So I haven't played an arcane game before. I would, now that knowing this is May, I probably will try to get through like a Dishonored or Prey before then, because I know they're like pretty brief compared to other games in that, you know, scope. But yeah, I think it looks fun. I don't need something groundbreaking out of that. It just seems like a good game to play with friends. For the same way I would go to an Assassin's Creed or a Far Cry every couple of years to just get that sort of satisfying clear out a map feeling. It looks like that, you know. And the last time I did that in a game, I think, was maybe like Ghost of Tsushima. So it's been a minute.
Yeah. In terms of what Xbox is doing with the rest of their year, though, there's still a lot of big things on the horizon that, as rumors continue to spread around, you know, stuff like Fable, you know, all of the stuff happening with Halo right now, like, there definitely is also just still a whole lot of looming concern and doubt with the platform at the moment. It seems like, you know, they've got everything so perfectly structured and well defined, but they just keep not nailing the delivery. So, you know, we'll see how the rest of 2023 goes. This is an excellent start, and we'll see what goes from there.
I agree. But until then, Stretch, where can viewers stay tuned for everything? Where can they find more on these here games? And is there any other stuff to point them to today?
Yeah, definitely. If you want to learn some more in-depth stuff about all of these games, you can head over to TechRaptor.net. I believe we've got articles going up as we speak on each of the different showcases, as well as links to higher quality videos if you want to check that out. On top of that as well, you can also just check out techraptor.net for the latest in games, news, reviews, guides, more. And you can also check us out on all of our socials at TechRaptor across the veritable smorgasbord.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If there's another presentation coming up soon, stay tuned on YouTube. Hit the bell if we go live in the near future for an event so you can hop on in with us. But thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.